Let's jump right in. Forget everything you think you know about alien invasion stories. What if the decisive battle wasn't fought with lasers or starships, but with a really, really clever lie? Where victory is achieved without a single casualty, and humanity's secret weapon is, well, it's technology that we're already using today. That's the heart of the story we're unpacking. A wild ride that shows how pure ingenuity can be way more powerful than any weapon you can build.
But first, we get this absolutely chilling warning. It's from a civilization that already went through this and lost. Think about that. They thought they were meeting saviors. They gladly took these amazing gifts, and they basically celebrated the very things that would end up enslaving them. It's a pretty stark reminder that the most effective traps are always the ones we walk into ourselves.
So who are these invaders? They go by the architects, and their style of conquest is, well, it's something else. They don't show up with guns blazing. No, they arrive like long-lost friends, offering partnership, advanced knowledge, and tech that looks like magic. Their takeovers are clean, they're precise, they're surgical.
And they've got it down to a science. It's a simple four-step playbook. First, they just watch. For years, they learn everything there is to know about a civilization. Then, they make their grand entrance. Not as conquerors, but as allies, here to help. Step 3 is the big one. They offer a gift, a piece of tech so incredible it changes everything. And then, finally, that gift becomes the lock on the cage.
This quote from the architect commander, it tells you everything you need to know about how they think. Why would you blow up a perfectly good planet when you could just take the keys? It's got nothing to do with being nice, it's about being efficient. They see worlds as assets you acquire, not enemies you destroy. So when they get to Earth, you can see what's coming. The architects roll out their grand gift, which is really just a Trojan horse on a planetary scale. And it's an offer so good, so world-changing, that there's no way humanity can say no. And of course, that's exactly what they're banking on. And here it is, the gift, a space elevator. I mean, just look at it. A single structure stretching from the ground all the way to orbit, promising to make space travel as easy as catching a train. It's built from their exclusive miracle material that makes the whole thing possible. For humanity, this isn't just a gift, it's the future delivered. Okay, so here's the lie, the big one. The architects claim their ships have these amazing anti-gravity drives, and the elevator is just a nice little perk for us humans. But the truth? Oh, the truth is so much worse. Their ships are basically high-tech bricks. They can crash land through an atmosphere, sure, but they have absolutely zero ability to get back into space on their own. The space elevator isn't a gift for us, it's a tow rope for them.
But, not everybody is buying it. A small, secret group of scientists and engineers who call themselves the Sentinels start asking questions. Something about the architect's story just feels too perfect. It doesn't add up, and so they start digging, looking for the cracks in the facade.
And they find it. Their big breakthrough comes when they get a close-up look at some of this miracle shielding. And what do they see? Burn marks, scorch marks, the kind of damage you get from a brutal, uncontrolled atmospheric entry. You just don't get that kind of damage if your advanced tech works the way you say it does. And just like that, the whole lie starts to unravel. Now, to fight back, the Sentinels realize they have to play the same game. So they leak documents, they pull strings, and they get everyone talking about Project Prometheus, this old theoretical plan for a massive planet-killing space cannon. It's the perfect distraction. A big, scary, fake weapon designed to make the architects look in the wrong direction. And while the architects are busy worrying about this giant imaginary space gun, the Sentinels are quietly putting their real plan into motion. It's called the Reflection Protocol. And the absolute genius of it is that it's not science fiction. It's a strategy built piece by piece from ordinary, everyday technology that's already scattered all across the globe. And this is where the story gets so cool. Because the whole plan is just a masterclass in clever thinking. It's all based on using normal, plausible tech in a way no one ever expected. This victory isn't going to be won with some new made-up invention. It's going to be won with a new way of looking at the tools we already have. Which brings us to the big puzzle the Sentinels had to solve. You're completely outmatched. The enemy literally owns your only path to space. So how in the world do you fight back? How do you take out a massive starship in orbit from the ground without ever firing a missile?
The answer isn't one big thing. It's a whole lot of little things, over 500,000 of them to be exact. That's the core of the Reflection Protocol, a network of over 500,000 individual pieces, all working together, all hiding in plain sight. And here's the beautiful part. The weapon is a network of clean energy plants, concentrated solar power stations. You know, the ones that use thousands of mirrors to focus sunlight on a tower to make electricity. The Sentinel's plan is shockingly simple. What if you hacked every single one of those plants on the planet and pointed all those mirrors at the same spot in the sky? You wouldn't be generating power anymore. You'd be creating a focused beam of pure sunlight.
And their ground plan is just as brilliant and just as nonviolent. To take care of the architect's fighters sitting on the ground, they don't use bombs. They plan to use swarms of cheap commercial drones. And each drone is carrying a little payload that just sprays a quick hardening foam into the engines. It's a soft kill. It disables everything, instantly, without hurting anyone.
So, the stage is set. You've got the public distraction, you've got the secret sun weapon, and you've got the non-lethal ground force ready to go. Humanity is ready, and right as the architects are about to cement their control of Earth, the Sentinels spring their own trap.
And the whole thing collapses so fast it's hard to believe. It all starts with a global broadcast, revealing the truth about the architect's ships. 5 seconds later, 500,000 mirrors all pivot at once, and a beam of sunlight slams into the mothership, frying its systems. 10 seconds in, the drone swarms hit the ground fleet, disabling every single fighter. By the 30-second mark, it's over. Trapped, blind, and helpless, the architects surrender. The invasion fails without a single life lost.
And this one line from the story just says it all, doesn't it? It was never about having a bigger gun. It was about having a better idea. They took a source of life and energy and turned it into the most precise weapon imaginable, achieving something that a bloody conventional war never could.
And that really leaves us with a fascinating question to chew on, doesn't it? The story makes a pretty strong case that our greatest defense isn't a bigger military budget or a more advanced arsenal. It's our own ingenuity. It suggests that maybe survival depends less on inventing new ways to destroy and more on creatively rethinking the tools we already have. It makes you wonder, is our real strength in our weapons, or is it in our imagination?